And there's two ways to go through life. One is on autopilot and one is mindfully. And you can be however you want to do it. But if you're not making the decisions, someone else is making those decisions for you. There are too many other people who have a financial stake in you to give them money that if you're not actively working against that or in tandem with it or in collaboration with it, it gets taken. Like, I mean, I even just think about social media. I maybe post one thing on my personal Instagram every 6 months, but I'm still on Instagram, which means I'm part of the wheel, which means I'm part of the system. So I need to know what I'm part of in order to either be active or inactive or, not get sucked down a hole where I just end up, that takes up what I think the average is 3 to 4 hours of people's day is spent on Instagram now on average. It's just crazy town. But what sort of thing? Go ahead.
Sorry. I think, yes, there's something to be said for just like scrolling your life away. I use that stuff probably just as much as everybody else. Um, but I'm using it for the outcomes that I want. There's the option of, oh, you could like look at, I don't know, like the weird guy who's got like a million followers and is taking pictures of his Bugatti and the stack of cash, I guess.
The rented jets.
Yeah. Or you could like use it as a way to connect with the people that are in the thing that you're interested in, whatever that thing is. It's Instagram is there for both things, and you can use it for either thing. So ultimately, it's your choice of what you want to spend your time on. Because, I mean, like, what do they say? Beyonce still only has 24 hours in the day as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just choices, right? Like, so I spend 2 hours a day probably on social media. That's for me. That's Instagram. That's Twitter. That's LinkedIn, and a little bit of Facebook. But and I'm looking at Clubhouse. You mentioned Clubhouse.
Yeah, we tried that the other day.
But like,
interesting.
But I would say like, so there's lots of people that spend 2 hours a day on those things and are just wasting the time.
Yeah, the joke is the joke is, are you even working? Like, how are these people spending 10 hours on Clubhouse every day?
It's one of those things where like, if you want to spend 2 hours a day on those things because that's your way of escapism or relaxing or whatever, that's up to you. That's fine. But if you are going to do that and then you're also going to like complain that you're not in a job that you're happy about, I struggle to have sympathy for you then, because you made the choice to spend those 2 hours. You could have spent the 2 hours trying to find another job or trying to find a side passion or 15 other things you could have done. So it's all just choices to me.
Yeah. And
whether it's social media or working out or eating well or sleeping enough or 10,000 other things. It's just choices.